Because here's the Ramsey principle. We believe that running your business completely debt-free and growing at the speed of cash is the wisest way to actually sustain the business.
And the hard part for me is you literally have the cash on hand by 4 o'clock this afternoon to owe no man a dime.
It's not like you're paying $1 million in taxes to the government. I mean, it's your income. It's not that big of a deal.
George Kamel takes a caller expecting a quick, simple money question, but the financial logic falls apart fast. One bad decision exposes another. The numbers get ugly, and George Kamel refuses to sugarcoat the consequences. Subscribe now to Debt Disaster Daily for more financial chaos. Most viewers who are watching this channel are not subscribed, so consider subscribing. You can always change your mind later. Without further ado, let's jump in.
I have a truck I just bought for my business. It's my third truck. I currently owe $55,000 on it, and I have a pretty high interest rate. So I was wondering if I could let you guys know where all my assets are at, and what would be the best way to just pay this off as soon as possible.
What's the interest rate?
It's at 13.7%.
Man, why is your credit so bad?
Oh, I have a 750 credit score. I'm 23 years old, so I guess they couldn't really do any better than that.
Interesting. Okay, are the other trucks paid off?
Yes, sir.
They are. Okay, do you have any other consumer debt?
I have a zero-turn mower, but my payments on that are about $180 a month with 0% interest, so that's not very much for me at all.
Okay, what's left on the balance?
Of the mower or the truck?
The mower.
$7,000.
Okay. All right, what's your income from this business? What do you actually take home?
Well, it all depends on the project. Some weeks I could come home with 10,000 profit. Some weeks I could only come home with 1,000 profit. So it all depends on the week.
What'd you file on your taxes last year?
Last year was a lot less than what it is this year. Last year was about 68,000 total. I'm well past that now, and it's only July.
Okay, so you might clear 100,000?
I think so this year, yes, absolutely.
All right. And what assets do you have?
So currently I have 32,000 in my business checking. I have quite a large amount of cash. And another thing I want to bring up is I have an index fund with about 100,000, and I wanted to see if it was possible to maybe what would be like the best way to pay it off, because I can't. It's not like I get to deposit 30,000 into the bank all at once.
Well, how much do you have in cash? You said you have a large amount in cash.
Yes, sir. I have 55,000 in cash.
Which is as much as that's owed on the truck.
Correct.
So
and
why don't we just use that?
Paying, I can't deposit all that much in the bank, or else I'll get flagged by the IRS. They said.
Well, I was about to ask you, like, how much are you holding away for quarterly taxes because you're running your own lawn business?
Yes, sir. So that gets all deducted automatically with the accounting service I have. So they have all those numbers and stuff.
I'm not worried about the numbers. Where's your retained earnings account?
In my business checking. I have a
That's the
business checking
32?
account. Yes, sir.
So you've got that 32 is basically if you clear 100 grand, you're holding your 5% that you're gonna have to pay in taxes. That's what that money's for. It's not to repair the mower, repair the trucks, pay your guys, get gasoline.
It is for everything. It is for everything. So whatever I owe in taxes will also get taken out of that account.
Okay, well, George and I can't sit up here and tell you to continue to run an illegal business where you want to like hide cash from the government.
Illegal? What? No way. There's no way, man. Doesn't sound illegal. Sounds kind of strange, though.
And not
No,
pay off your
it's
debts.
not an illegal business. I have a legitimate corporation.
Okay.
But you said you couldn't use the 55 cash because you have to report it, which means you're not reporting it as income, is what we're saying. So we can't use that in the equation.
Oh, okay, I understand.
So
I was only able to deposit around 10,000. The bank had told me.
okay, because you don't want to report it to the IRS.
Correct.
Because you can deposit more than that, but the bank says, "Hey, we have to file a report if it's over 10,000."
Correct. Yes. So, sorry for the confusion.
No, I understand now. Well, it's a hard question to answer because I would just deposit the money, report the income, and pay it to Caesar what is Caesar's, and then pay the truck off. Problem solved.
Yeah.
The other route is to sell off, enough from your index fund to cover it, knowing that you also have to cover the taxes from the capital gains. It's
Yeah.
either short-term or long-term capital gains. Long-term, obviously, more favorable on the tax side. But this is like we're solving surface-level problems right now. There's some deeper issues. Like, why did we go into debt for all these things? Why is the mower not a big deal? Because here's the Ramsey principle. We believe that running your business completely debt-free and growing at the speed of cash is the wisest way to actually sustain the business.
And the hard part for me is you literally have the cash on hand by 4 o'clock this afternoon to owe no man a dime.
It's not like you're paying $1 million in taxes to the government. I mean, it's your income. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. I think I just have to. I don't know what I was so worried about.
I would work with a CPA. Do you have one that you have for the business?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I would get in touch with them and figure out what are all the taxes owed. I want to do this right. I want to be completely debt-free and report all the income and just start clean.
And real quick, George, you're better with a calculator than me. Will you figure something up for me?
I can try.
The $55,000 loan over 7 years at 13.9%.
Oh boy, now I got to pull up an interest calculator.
I would love to know
math.
Because here's what I'm.
Like $95,000.
It was going to be what?
$95,000 is what you'll end up paying if you just make minimum payments.
Correct.
Okay.
And that truck's going to be worth what, 15 or 20 by then?
I mean, it'll hold a little more value. It's a dump truck.
Okay, but let's do the math you're avoiding. You're going to pay 13.9% interest. You're going to pay $40,000 extra dollars to not.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to do that.
To not pay $10,000 in taxes.
Gotcha.
That's just bad math. Like you're sitting on $55,000 cash, you're worried about the 30% or the 28% or whatever the government's going to take out of that, and so to avoid that, you're going to pay $45,000 on a depreciating asset or $40,000 on a depreciating asset over, and it's going to sit around your neck like a rock over the next 7 years.
Yeah, I understand.
And do you have a personal emergency fund for your own life?
Yes.
Is that separate from all of this, or is that part of the 55 cash?
That's what my index fund is. That's kind of my what I keep saving into eventually when I get to retirement. I did just open up a Roth last year, so I'm starting with that as well.
Okay, cool. You're doing a lot of good things. I'll give you another tip. For your emergency fund, it is wise to keep it liquid. 3 to 6 months of expenses liquid, which means not in a brokerage account invested in the stock market. Because as soon as you have an emergency, the market's going to take a dip 15%, and it's going to gut you to try to take that money out. So just keep it in a high-yield savings account, making 3.5%, and then you can leave the rest invested. But I would take enough out to pay off all of your debts, get you the emergency fund liquid, and then move on from there to actually invest for the future, running a completely debt-free business. If you hate that life, call us back and you can yell at me. I'm fine with that. But I promise you're going to have so much more peace in your life if you simplify and focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah, if you hate this, here's the deal. In 4 months, you can go take out a personal loan for $55,000 at 13.9% and put that money right back in your checking account. You'll be right in the same spot.
Yeah.
But I want you to try running a business, running your life, and not owing another man a dime. And like George said, give the government their money and move on with your life.
Gotcha.
If you had a $1 trillion business and you were moving stuff around, or you had a $300 million business and there was some true tax savings you could make with moving stuff around and moving it to this state, fine. That's great, good, and awesome. You're just not there yet. I'm not there yet. George isn't there yet. We pay our taxes and we get on about our life. And I'll tell you, last year I paid so much in taxes, I had to call a buddy. I called a friend and said, I just need to tell one other human how much I wrote in taxes. And I told him, and he got silent. And he was like, oh, man. And then he was like, oh, that means you had a good year, though. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, well, okay, then get over your. But I shared it with somebody, and then I got on about my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's so much Instagram-y stuff about how to save on taxes and slap up and flip it and reverse it.
Buy a G-Wagon and depreciate 100%. It's exhausting. So, Nicholas, at the beginning of the call, you told me, hey, yeah, I got a mower, but it's 0%. I want you to start thinking bigger about your life. So instead of thinking how much down, how much per month, which is broke person mentality, think wealthy person mentality. How much? Let the sentence stop there. Not how much in interest, not how much down, not how much in payments. How much total, and can I afford it in full? And if the answer is no, then we need to pause.
Yeah, I'm betting this truth is quite a bit hard to swallow. Pause. As unconstitutional it is to pay taxes, just do it. If you're not making Donald Trump money, if you're not making Andrew Tate money, if you're not making Elon Musk money, just do it. If you're not there yet, it is true. He's not there yet. Like 55 racks he can't even use because he's worried about losing maybe 10% of it or 5% of it or whatever. Just do it, man. You're not there yet. You're not sitting with 500 million, maybe 1.5 billion. Just do it, bro. You might as well just do it. Anyways, guys, thank y'all for watching. This is That Disaster Daily. Subscribe for more financial chaos and truths, and we're out of here.